how do you decide what's enough? Like what's enough where they can hire someone who's not 18 or sorry, over 18, not under 18. And so that's where they have this living income reference price where they look at like the cost of bread and all the things you need to live in West Africa. And they come up with, per a metric ton or like a shipping container of cocoa beans, a farmer needs to make blank based off of inflation, food, and all these other things. And if they make under blank, it's not reasonable for them to be able to live and blah, blah. So that's called a living income reference price. And so with 100% of our farmers in Feastables, we guarantee them a living income reference price. So if you're a farmer in West Africa and you go, you harvest your entire farm, and you're like, here's a shipping container of cocoa. I'm going to make up a number. I want $1,000. We'll go, hey, you want $1,200 and pay you $1,200 because we don't want you using child labor, and this is what you need.
Because it's impossible at $1,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Not to do
to make a living income. So we'll actually pay more if we need to if they make under the living income reference price. So that at its core, 100% of Feastables is fair trade certified, which is blah, blah, blah. Google it if you want to know what that is. We'll be here a long time if I go in depth. And then on top of fair trade certification, 100% of our farmers, we pay a living income reference price. So they actually make enough money in exchange for these things and a lot of other stuff on top. Because to address poverty, you don't just pay them more money, but you also help them increase their yield. So we have coaches that help these farmers increase yield, because if you can help them get 10% more cocoa per hectare of trees, then that's 10% more money as well. So we have coaches that help them get more yield, help them have less trees get disease, blah, 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 make sure they're doing everything correctly. So all these things, you work with them to help them generate more money, make more income. And then in exchange for all these things, it's like, hey, we don't want kids working on our cocoa farms, and then you have to audit the farms, you send people in to inspect them. And then, if there is a case where there is child labor, they have to remediate it, and you check back in the future. And if they don't remediate it, then you drop the farm. But it's like, we're not trying to just be like, oh, you have child labor, drop them, never talk to them again, because that would screw them over. So it's like educating them why this is bad. Like, hey, you want your kid to get an education. You don't want them to have to work on a farm forever.